Hello and welcome back to Forged by Geeks playing Kingdom Death Monster People of the Skull. We just completed our very first real hunt with the Dung Beetle Knight. We did a one-off before with a level 3, but this is the first time we've legitimately hunted him. So we're pretty happy about that. Lanternier goes to 13. Oh, by the way, later today we're putting up a new mission from Pandemic Legacy Season 2. We did 2 games last night. I'll put up the first one, and then about 3-4 days later for our Patreon backers, I'll put up the next one, and in about a week they'll start releasing for everybody else. And then this Monday we're going to be doing our next round of Charterstone. Maybe 2, based on how timeline goes, because it is a holiday, so that gives us a little bit of flexibility. Okay, so what do we got to do now?
Draw a settlement event.
Oh. So draw murder, because it's always murder?
Mm-hmm.
It's always murder. We're constantly getting murdered. Goku should be murdered, but that's a slightly different story.
Yeah. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, no shit. Maith wants us to burn the witch.
Yes, well, we tried. She escaped.
Yes. And right now, we need to murder the witch, because it's always murder.
Mm-hmm.
With a side of murder and an extra helping of murder, courtesy of Poots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it is cracks in the ground.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. A low rumbling fills the settlement. Small cracks in the earth widen into fissures that belch up a hot, foul-smelling vapor. Roll a d10. Roll good. Good enough. You find a sharp stone in the rubble left from the quake. And we do not gain a founding. We're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's not bone.
Yeah, just for the people who are not aware, not bone means we don't get it. Lingering effects. All cracks prevent all home endeavors.
Suck.
But we get +1 to nightmare training. And I don't think we have shrine. No. And I don't think we have scarification. Nope. Oh yeah, we do have scarification, so we can vapor scar. 1 through 6, you're dead. 7+, gain the ability to be immune to bash.
Okay.
How about no?
Yeah. Try wouldn't be bad though. Alright, so now we have the Silver City. Once there was a boy that loved his mother. When she fell ill, he stayed by her bedside every night, entranced by her tall tales of a silver god living alone in an ancient city buried underground. Nominate a male survivor with less than 3 hunt XP.
Not Goku.
Male survivor with less than 3 hunt XP. It is going to be Midoriya.
Ah, Midoriya. How you doing today?
When the elders were not watching, he would steal into the darkness in search of the lost Silver City. The boy knew that if he found the Silver God from his mother's stories, he would tell him how to make her better so she could hunt once again. One day, the boy saw a silver lantern flying through the air. He chased it deep into the darkness. The lantern vanished into a crack, and the boy followed it.
Was the lantern named All Might?
When he finally emerged, he saw it. Spread out before him were the ruins of a strange city. The walls and floors were covered in strange silver writing that his lantern light reflected off of. The silver god must be close, he thought, and ran home excitedly to tell his mother. Sadly, she passed while he was gone. No one believed his story about the strange city or the silver god. The nominated survivor gains the Stark Raving Disorder.
So Glyph Keeper, there's 21 total cards in our deck, and we have a couple that aren't in there because we don't have certain hunt mobs in this one.
You may now hunt the Lion God. Add it to the Chorus list.
Oh, right! Lion God!
Yeah, in case we want to die. All right.
Morth is asking, wasn't the Founding Stone different in People of the Skull?
We treated it differently because we didn't want to start it with no Founding Stones at all.
Yeah.
So we basically said that the 4 Founding Stones for us were bone shards that we had.
Yep.
And then we're not gaining any additional Founding Stones.
Because they would actually be Founding Stones.
Yeah. So we have 1 Founding Stone in the settlement, actually, that we could theoretically use.
Yeah.
We haven't been bringing it out. So the Stark Raving Disorder is, I think, that you're always insane. Tony, you're the one with the disorders.
I have the disorders, yes, sorry.
Yes.
You are always insane, regardless of your insanity. Freedom awaits those who those push this far beyond their breaking point.
Okay, our encounter at the end of this, our next hunt, quote unquote, will be the hand level 1.
Yep.
Gorm Climate.
Ah, yes, the joys of Gorm Climate.
Mm-hmm.
Shh, you shouldn't have said that, Cliff. Now you're cursing us. Evil, evil people on our stream. Maith agrees.
Yes.
Okay, Gorm Climate. Give it a roll. Good. We do not have Hovel, or do we?
Yeah, we do have Hovel.
Okay, +2 to endeavor on home innovations that we can't do this year.
Yes.
Things we don't care about for 100, Alex.
Yeah, well, usually it would have been fine, but whatever. So adding Gorm Climate to the next year on the timeline. Alright, and then we have to Bone Witch.
At least it got better.
Yes. Oh my god, Bone Witch was just ridiculous before. Like,
yes.
Stupid bad. Nobody was gonna choose fucking, like... Alright. I mean, unless there were some people who planned for TPKs so that they could get rid of Bone Witch.
We actually did one time.
I know. Well, you know, if you had to, but nobody chose, like, the Bone Witch option because fuck that shit. One day, the exile emerged from the darkness. The settlement worried at the sound of her wailing chants. Everyone feared what mystery kept her alive in the darkness all these years. Some could not resist asking. All non-deaf returning survivors gained 3 insanity.
Okay, so Califa does not get 3 insanity.
Okay. The most insane returning survivor is going to be Armin. Is inexorably drawn to...
Why Armin?
Or do you have more than 14?
No, I do not. I'm at 10.
Yeah. I just think that you were going to be higher than Armin, because 14 is fucking insane, because he's a fucking abyssal sadist. So there you go.
Yeah, little details.
The most insane returning survivor or survivors in case of a Kai is inexorably drawn to the Bone Witch and must endeavor at the witch camp. Otherwise, during the settlement phase, any survivor may endeavor at the witch camp if they choose.
Alrighty.
Alright. So, let's get this out of the way.
At least it's not all 4 endeavors.
Yeah, because that was fucking terrible.
Yeah, it basically ruined an entire year.
Yeah.
You would oftentimes not even be able to innovate.
Yes.
Ooh,
shit.
That bad?
Yeah, the Bone Witch never forgave her exile. Her burning hatred lit the dark brighter than any lantern. With jagged teeth and gnarled claws, she attacks. You manage to escape, but the wounds she inflicted continue to burn. The group may spend 3 endeavors to save you, otherwise you die a miserable wailing death. Departing survivors are haunted by your terrible death scene. They lose 2 survival and gain 3 insanity, and then you would add the Bone Witch to the timeline 3 years from the current lantern year. We do now have rerolls. Do we want to spend one for
What do you have to beat?
I have to beat a 2.
Okay.
If we get a 3 or a 4, it's not great because you roll 1d5 and suffer minus X permanent in accuracy and plus X permanent strength, but Armin already has 4 accuracy, so.
Okay, so here's one thing I would point out.
Yes.
We don't have a lot to do with endeavors this year.
Okay.
Outside of possibly have kids.
No. Because then we want to build the wet resin crafter.
Oh shit,
That's an endeavor, and then if we want to innovate, then we're out of endeavors.
Good point. Okay, sorry, I forgot about the wet resin.
So, yes. Like, if we wanted to have kids, that would be one thing, but, yeah.
Okay, we should probably then reroll.
I mean, I do understand why you might not want to do this, but...
Yeah, if the main thing was building the wet resin crafter and doing the innovation.
So, do you want to use Sato or Midoriya?
Yeah, we hope to get some crystal skin. That is one of the things we want to do, but we need to be able to get past overwhelming darkness reliably.
So, do you want to do Sato or Midoriya?
Let's do Sato.
Okay.
You're like, okay, I've rolled this one too low. And Midoriya. Try one of mine.
Yeah, it rolled a 1.
Oh, son of a bitch!
We blow 3 endeavors. And we have the Bone Witch 3 years later. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, the bone witch still gets added 3 years later?
Oh, yeah. That's why, actually, like, losing the 3 endeavors sucked, but I would have preferred, like, not getting the fucking bone witch back,
Yeah.
honestly. That was the main reason why I was doing this.
Yes, understandable. Wow.
Also, we have a skull in town.
Oh, we do have a skull?
Yeah.
And we don't want to lose that.
No. Well, I mean, it doesn't
Oh, but
matter
we can't
what
spend it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we make anything with the wet resin crafter is my first question.
Yes.
Because if we can, I'd rather do that as opposed to innovate.
Oh, the wet resin crafter.
Yeah. So armor-wise, we don't have Nightmare Corner Vampire Artichokes.
Because we have to do the Black Harvest.
Okay, so there's 5 things we can make. Do we have a Scarab Shell?
Yes.
Do we have an Underplate Fungus?
No.
Do we have Sentry Fingernails?
Yes.
Do we have Scrap?
Yes.
How much Scrap?
6.
Okay, good. Do we have a Scarab Wing?
No.
Okay. Pull out the DBK Errant Badge.
We want that.
What is it?
Add 1 to all hit locations. At the start of the showdown, get a tactics card.
Oh, wow. Digging Claws?
1, 4 plus 5. During the Mineral Gathering story event, you may reroll one of your D10. And then it has a green hookup on the right.
And what kind of weapon?
It's bone. It's a guitar.
Oh, it's a guitar.
Also a pickaxe.
Oh, guitar and pickaxe.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, you can't get a specialization for pickaxe, so.
And Sentry Shoulder Pads.
Also, add 1 armor to all hit locations. Also, if you manage to link it up, Ripple Pattern. When you are attacked, roll 1d10 on a 10 plus ignore 1 hit. So 10% chance to cancel a hit. If you can link it up.
Yeah, that was 3 1s plus a 4th if you count me tossing a die to Nicole. Oh, Jesus. Do we have any leather in town?
5.
Do we have any iron?
1.
Great. We're spending the 1 endeavor, and we're going to craft a wet resin crafter.
Okay, so we need 2 organs and 2 bone.
Okay, so I'll take the 2 basic organs. I have 1 bone here, so we need 1 more.
We can take one of our 5 shank bones.
Sounds good to me. We now have the wet resin crafter.
We've crafted the wet resin crafter.
Okay. We will make 1. I think we only have 1 scarab shell.
Yes. We could use the century shell as it. But
I don't. But we don't have enough leather or iron anyways.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, we can use a century shell as a
So let's use the scarab shell, 3 leather, and an iron.
Alright. Deducted.
Okay, that gets us the Sentry shoulder pads.
Yeah, the Sentry shoulder pads. Sweet.
Okay, how much bones and organs do we have in town?
We are low on organs. Also note that we can calcify these to get 3 to all hit locations.
Oh, wow.
If we calcify them.
But that takes a lot, if I remember.
Yes.
We can't do that yet.
No. Well, we theoretically can, but... Anyways, so yeah, calcified shoulder pads, shoulder pads, so that's 1 to all hit locations. And what did you say?
Organs.
Organs in town. One beast steak.
Okay. Spend 2 shank bones, the beast steak, and this monster organ.
Okay.
We get 2 DBK errant badges.
No, we don't. It's 1. It is unique.
Oh, it's unique?
Yes.
Okay, then keep the beast steak and only get rid of 1 shank bone.
Okay. Craft a DBK errant badge.
Okay. What do we need to do for calcification?
We will need to start by Yeah, I know. It really sucks. All right. So, in order to do, you said calcification?
Yeah,
Or?
if we wanted to calcify that Sentry shoulder pad.
So, we would have to trigger Underground Sow, which is from Subterranean Agriculture, which I believe costs an endeavor.
Yes. If Black Harvest is not on the timeline.
Okay. Then we would have to prepare the farm. If we only nominate one survivor to be farmer, then
that's the farmer thing, yeah.
Yeah, then they have like a 50% chance of dying.
Yeah.
But you add Black Harvest to the timeline 4 years from in the future. They cannot have, they cannot depart or spend endeavors that settlement phase, and they cannot be chosen if they have already spent endeavors.
Okay, so we'd have to pick people who aren't going to spend endeavors.
Yes.
And hopefully you can pick 6 people.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but if you get a 15 plus, so you roll 1d10, and if you get a 15 plus, then the Black Harvest comes in 1 year.
15 plus?
Roll 1d10, add the number of farmers.
Okay.
So this is the negative of having 6.
Okay.
So if you do 6 people, you increase the chance of hitting that 15 plus.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, the Black Harvest comes in 1 year from 4 years to 3.
Okay.
However, all farmers and departing survivors this year gain the Vermin Obsession disorder.
Ooh, that's bad.
All right, after you have prepared the farm, you can nominate one or more survivors to be embalmers. A survivor cannot be an embalmer if they've already endeavored elsewhere this settlement phase. They cannot depart or spend endeavors this settlement phase, so you're going to want to have at least one embalmer.
Yep.
You select 1 gear with the mineral keyword. Note that we can do this with the Zambato too.
Nice.
Zambato can also be calcified. So the Sentry shoulder pads and the Zambato are current options for this. So you have to spend one of our preserved caustic dungs, and then roll 1d10.
Okay.
1 through 4, you have to spend a bone, and you still bury it. 5 plus, you just bury the gear and you gain 1 understanding.
Okay, so not bad.
So it's not the end of the world. You just may have to spend bone if you.
So we'll want to make sure we have bone in storage before doing it.
If you want to bury multiple things, you can do it as part of a single endeavor, but you have to have an embalmer for each of them.
So we'd need multiple people that only do that endeavor.
Exactly. So once you have done that, when the Black Harvest comes up, if it is only a level 1, then they gain 2, then you choose 1 person. They gain 2 insanity and a random disorder. They get fresh acanthus, and departing survivors will gain +2 survival. Level 2 is Nightmare Corn. Level 3 is Vampiric Artichoke. If you do the Vampiric Artichoke, the person who goes down there probably dies. Then, as part of the Black Harvest, you can unbury gear. Nominate 1 or more survivors to be restorers. As usual, can't have endeavored elsewhere. Can't depart or spend endeavors.
Yep.
You select 1 buried gear from storage, roll 1d10. If you archive a cell strange resource, which you can get from level 2
Dung Beetle
Knights, then you gain +4. Otherwise, 1 through 4, you ruin the item. 5 plus, you successfully calcified.
Okay, so it is a pretty complicated process.
Yes.
Okay, but we're not going to be able to do that right now because we're out of endeavors.
Yes.
Okay, so at this point, I don't think there's anything else we can craft. Or endeavors we can, since we have no endeavors.
Yes.
Replace my dried acanthus.
Yeah, so we're down, so we are now down to, I
3.
think, how many do you have over?
I have 1. You should have 1.
Yes.
So we'll have 3.
Okay.
So we're 1 short.
Yes.
But, hey, at least we got 1 more.
All right.
And I made really good use of them on cauliflower.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So when we hit this, we will have to face the hand.
Not the special. This is just our showdown for this year. It's not the special. It's not a special showdown. Oh, it's just over.
Oh, okay.
This is not a special showdown. It's just.
So we won't be doing a hunt for Lantern Year 13. It will just be the hand.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think that's it.
yeah, that should be everything.
We get to go see Solo tonight, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Don't think it's going to be amazing, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, thank you as always, everybody. And in case you missed it earlier, we will have, what's it called? Pandemic Legacy Season 2. Our next session is going up probably within about an hour of us closing this out. Then maybe 2. And then Sunday, we're doing our next round or 2 of Charterstone, and we'll be putting up a video of that right away for our Patreon backers. And last but not least, we will be back next week Friday with a live session of Gloomhaven on Twitch and YouTube, and then immediately followed by next week Saturday with another live session of Kingdom Death Monster facing the Hand level 1, which should be easy. So we might do
We've already done it before, so
yeah. So we might do a double header.
Well, but remember, it is a nemesis fight.
Yeah,
and I think we've said before that it's not that great of an idea to do.
Well, what I'm saying is maybe. If it goes really quick and it's not a problem, then we'll do a second. Otherwise,
Remember, we have to eat his entire 8-eye deck.
Yeah, but went quick last time.
And then we said that it was a bad idea to continue to the next fight.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Though we also didn't have anybody with armor and shit in that one. Now we do. Well,
True.
We'll see. Either way, we'll be back next week. And thank you very much. Take care, guys. Time for animes. That too. Yeah. We need to watch lots of anime.
Yeah.
Have a good one.